Greetings, greetings, greetings. It would be remiss of me not to step in and talk about this eclipse and this full moon in Virgo. We're experiencing what we call a lunar eclipse, which means it's more the energy is more about the sun, the moon energy, right? And of course we know that the moon has been manipulated, but we can still tap into the natural organic moon energy, the energy that draws the waters, that makes blood boil. You know, that's another thing I want to talk about, this blood moon and this energy of the heart that is happening right now. So let's just get into the reading of the cards. So a little bit about the lunar eclipse, right? It says conclusions are within reach. And when we think about that, and we think about conclusions, we think about endings, but sometimes the endings are beginnings. For some reason, I kept thinking this moon was a new moon. So what we're experiencing right now is endings and beginnings, not just conclusions, but beginnings as well. So it says full moon eclipse, and just like that, a door slams shut. If you've pulled this card, it suggests that the situation you're asking about is about to reach a peak, okay? So it says what you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for. And when I think about that, you know, I think about just my life situation, others' life situations that we're facing right now in society as a whole. And sometimes we have to allow the events to unfold so that the energy plays out, right? And that's what's happening now, because now we see a lot of reversals and things like that. I think right now we have to sit in a place of forgiveness, and as hard as that may be, because when you're directly suffering, it's hard to forgive the person who is causing it right away. I would suggest, so, okay, well, let's go a little further. It says the attunement to this moon is what is meant for me will not pass me by. And I really believe that. When doors are slammed shut, they will not be reopened because they're not supposed to be reopened, meaning that you can move on and do something else, maybe step further into your purpose. That was the message I got from myself recently. I'm choking a little bit because I have this. All right, so I would say do some forest bathing, and that came to me very clear today. To do some forest bathing, get some essential oils, find your forest oils, your wood oils. When I say forest bathing, I mean literally just walk out into a patch of trees somewhere and meditate. Just do a walking meditation or something like that, and that will help to ground you during this moon, because we need grounding right now. It's full moon in Virgo. So let me go back to that. And I really think that this is something that we all can benefit from, even though it may not be in your chart, right? But you are good enough. Now, I told Spirit that this reading was for everybody and not just me. But it seems like every card that's coming out here has been for me. So maybe everybody else is feeling the same energies, which is really great, because that means we're all coming online, right? So when this card comes up, it's time for you to take stock of your situation. Where are you and where do you want to go? Okay? Sorry, wrong card. I'm supposed to be reading full moon in Virgo. I was reading the new moon. You are good enough. That's what this one is. It's time to really be honest with yourself and understand what's leading you to ask your questions, right? Have you been humble enough? Or have you been too humble, like self-effacing, like putting your own self down, not being gentle with yourself, not having good self-talk, right? Virgo is all about self. It's about individualism. It's about taking care of yourself and your needs and your wants, and not so much as anyone else, right? It's not saying you can't do that, but Virgo turns in. It cares about your physical well-being. It's a grounding energy, right? It's very grounding. It's physical, and it's very grounding. So, you know, maybe do some exercise, right? Like I said, forest bathing. Very grounding energy, okay? So, it says humility is good, but it can go only so far, right? So, you may be underrating yourself, right? You may not have full belief, or you might have a belief and not a knowing, okay? I think that's very important to know something as opposed to believing something, because believing still leaves room for doubt. But when you know something, you know it without a doubt, right? And you step fully into it. Even if it's wrong, it's your path, it's your lesson, it's your journey, right? Virgo looks for truth and honesty. So Virgo is friends with Libra, okay? Because Libra is right around the corner after Virgo. And it talks about truth, right? It talks about digging down deep and finding out the truth. I think during this, so what we're experiencing right now, we have a total lunar eclipse. We have a full moon in Virgo, right? We have a blood moon, okay? And then we have Mercury in retrograde. We have a lot of retrograde, period. So I'm thinking this time it's time to do the shadow work. Like, go within and do some shadow work. Go within and look at your childhood and see why you have maybe some of the beliefs and thoughts that you have, right? Investigate it, peel it apart and look at it. Go down in there, right? And see the why behind it. It's not saying you have to change anything, but at least know why. Have a greater understanding of self, okay? Pay attention to your details and realize that hard work will bring results, okay? The attunement to this moon is find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your daily life. A lot of times we're always looking for the next fun thing to do, right? When sometimes maybe we just need to relax and sit back and take it easy. This also begs for you to stop second guessing yourself. That's a message for me, I know. And worrying too much will attract more things to worry about. So raise my karma by doing something good for somebody else, not just myself, right? But in this particular time, please look out for self more than anything. Okay, so that's our Moonology card. Now we're going to get into the energy cards. And when they came out, when the first one came out, I felt like I was being prompted to do more. So I kept going and I stopped at 3 cards because otherwise I just would have kept going, right? So the energy of this moon, we have a lot of different type of energy going on. People are coming online, they're waking up. So a lot of different energy. But woman holding a heart, Virgo energy, right? Female dealing with family, love, or emotions. She's got this big heart. She's got a big old butterfly on her head, right? This could be a state of peaceful emotion and receptivity for love, okay? It could be a message that your family issues are going to have resolution. It could be that an intuitive woman is in your life who has understanding, right? It could also indicate a confidant or someone who's going to come into your life who cares about you, who has big love for you, or love that you might be sharing out to someone else. Particularly that someone else, I'm believing, is you. Self-love, self-care. This is Virgo, okay? So this is not about expansive love to others. This is about loving you, going within, trusting yourself, loving yourself. And a form of love to yourself is trusting yourself. That's love. Because otherwise, you have war. There's war going on between your brain and your heart, your thoughts and your heart. So you need the balance, right? And that balance is going within and loving yourself first. Once you go in and you love yourself first and you figure you out, it's so much easier to run with others, you know, to have an understanding and compassion and just really have an understanding of what others are going through because you've been there. And even if you haven't been there, you've opened up your heart enough to love yourself enough to that, where that message will come through. So, you know what I did today? I went out and got the most beautiful plant. I forgot the name of it. I'm going to show it to you. I think it's called an anthurium. Look at this plant. Isn't that amazing? Isn't it so beautiful? And what does it look like? The little hearts. It's called anthurium. It's a beautiful plant. So it's spring, and I'm springing. And my, springing I always start with the plants. And then I start with the detoxing of my body. That's my next move. So I just want to share my plant with you all. So anyway, the next card that came out is Broken Heart. And the reason why, that's why I pulled this plant out, because that heart reminds me of this plant, right? So I pulled that out so you could see that. So anyway, broken heart, right? Grief and loss. Now let me say something about this. Grief and loss doesn't mean somebody's dying or something like that. But I'm looking at this twofold. We're dealing with a blood moon. Blood moon to me, and I know they have, sayings from back in the day. This has always been around the blood moon. But in this energetic time that we are in, it is not good to go out under a blood moon. A full moon indicates what? Anxiety, chaos. Remember, this moon is magnetizing the water in your body, the water in our oceans. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, there's a lot of death under a blood moon. There's a lot of grief. There's a lot of loss. Okay? Now, you can look at this as a physical thing, where you are losing something, someone, or some people are losing, meaning that there's accidents, there's murders, there's killings, there's chaos, destruction. And you can look at it as you releasing something and letting it go, because it's a full moon. Right? It's a full moon. What do? We adjust, we release and let go, right? We acknowledge that we need to do it, even if we don't do it in that time. This full moon is giving us so many messages because of the aspects of it. It's really big energy going on right now. And it might be a little painful. You might even feel a little nauseated inside. You might feel a little nauseated because that release, it's going to happen whether you want to let go or not. You literally going to see your nails. You're holding on so hard that you're scratching the wood. You're scratching. You're holding on. But it's going to get ripped from you if you do not let it go. And I'm talking about things that no longer serve you. Things that are not for your highest well-being and good. And we all know whatever that is in your life, whether it's a person, a place, or a thing, you know what you got to let go. So let's read a little more about this grief and loss. It shows a heart broken open, revealing darkness, emptiness, and grief, and a grief-filled tear, right? It could be hurt from a long time ago or even right now, but either way, a deep healing is called for now. That's what I was saying, going within, doing the shadow work, inner child work, healing. We must heal, and that means you got to look inside. You got to really see yourself for who, what you are, your thoughts, your patterns, your behaviors, your emotions, whatever it is. It's not to beat yourself up. It's to go in, look at it, analyze it, bring it out, bring it up to the surface, clean it out, detox it out. It's spring cleaning. This is Virgo, self-care, self-love. Go in, do the work, come back out on top, right? Once you vent your feelings and release a person or a situation, you affirm that you are reclaiming your power and your peace of mind. Open your heart to the light of divine love and healing, and have compassion for yourself through this difficult time. Make self-care a priority now. As you let go of old experiences, you can open up your heart to the true and abiding love that you so rightly deserve. All right? Then another energy card came out. I said, well, because I asked. I said, why are these coming out? And this one came out. Magician and the Mirror. And I want to say, is this the last card in the deck? Let me see. Is this the last card? This is the last card in the deck. Knowing and using your true power. This card upright represents the culmination of your personal and spiritual power at this time. Okay, in the magician's left hand, what is he holding? A flame of passion and action, right? In his right hand is a vortex of water and the light of reflection. Okay? This card is telling you, you are a magician. You create with your thoughts and your actions and your words every day. The water is the energy of yin, the power of spirit and clarity of thought. The flame is the energy of yang, bringing direction and creativity. Together they give you the magnificent magic of transformation, right? The mirror stands beside the magician, reflecting the outer world's response to your choice to use or dismiss the true power that you have. Its silver reflection reveals the future in a mist on the horizon, ready to be magically formed. Okay? When you receive this, you are put on notice that an important and powerful time is at hand. You are an alchemist. And just as an alchemist turns base metals to gold, you are now able to transform all of your difficulties into great blessings. This is true in every area of your life. Claim your power and embrace your intentions in your heart and in your daily life. Direct your destiny, and the mists of the future will clear into brilliant reality. Create. This mess, listen, I'm going to reveal to you. I just got my Kemetic Reiki attunement yesterday. I am now considered level 2 Reiki master. And this is the message I got. This is one of the messages I got because my chakras, or what we call Aritu in Kemetic language, it was two of them were out of alignment, and one of them in particular was my sacral chakra, which we call the tech. Okay, and it was totally out of alignment, and it's my creative energy, and I have been feeling. I think that's so true. I've not been feeling as creative as I could be, and I started feeling kind of, drained a little bit because I lost my job. I was working at USA, blah blah blah, and I said, wait a minute, I'm empowered. Like, I can create and do. I've been creating all along, whether I was working or not, and doing things for people and myself. So stepping back into that energy and reminding yourself of who you are and how powerful and strong you are really helps you get on the road of forgiveness, right? It gets you back on the road of creativity, of tapping in to your inner strength and your inner energy, right? So reminding yourself of those things can really put you back into a state of empowerment, self-empowerment. So thankful for that, because I'm human, right? And ain't no faking in that. I'm 100% human. And me being 100% human means that I am definitely, 100% human, but also all the other multidimensional things that I am. But in that regard, I'm going to go through human things. And learning how not to beat myself up for going through those human things is a big challenge and a big lesson for me that I'm conquering. I'm really learning that every day. So the final card, of course, is Moon Magic. Well, no, it's not. This is Blue Moon, Moon Magic. I enjoy the serendipity of life. The unexpected can be wonderful. This is so true. Like when money comes, people come in your life, or you get an unexpected food offering, or a free something, art class or something, but something comes into your life and shows you when you least expect it, right? So enjoy the serendipity of life and enjoy the unexpected things, because those are the wonderful those are things that put you in a place of discovery and this, just joy, because it's new, it's totally unexpected. It's like a surprise. It's like getting a gift, right? So I'm shuffling now my cards called Happy Light Being. These are manifestation affirmation cards. That's what they are. I sell these on my website, and I am about to shift my website over, so just bear with me, And it will open back up shortly because I know people have been trying to go to it and it probably hasn't been working for them. Oh, there we go. My health is my wealth. This is the affirmation for this full moon in Virgo, blood moon, lunar, total lunar eclipse, Mercury retrograde. We're going through a lot. There's a lot of energy right now. So take care of yourself. Your health is your wealth. Take care of yourself. Right? Take care of you. When you take care of you, you reflect out to others, right? When you have good health, others try to have good health too. That's what I noticed lately. Sisters talking about walking together because Girl Trek just had their big national meeting. You know what I'm saying? Sisters talking about planting and gardening. So I went and got some seed garlic, which you can just take regular garlic and do this. And then I got some onions, red onions, that I'm going to plant. I think we really need to get more focused on feeding ourselves. As we can see, the government has gone totally apeshit. And if we don't start taking care of our own selves, that's why I said it ain't all bad, y'all. It's not all bad. Because we can become so self-empowered right now. We can grow our own foods. We can have collectives, farm collectives. We can do this. We are so amazing human beings. We are so amazing and so powerful. Please, please, please believe in yourself. I had to be reminded of that my own self yesterday, how powerful I am. And we have to keep that in front of us. Keep it in front of you at all times. So thank you so much for taking this little bit of time in your life. Oh my goodness. I sit in such gratitude for you taking time to listen to me share with you this wonderful reading for our full moon in Virgo, total lunar eclipse, blood moon. Please, I advise you to just stay in, do some self-care. Take a nice salt bath tonight. You know what I'm saying? Get a glass of wine. Settle in. Find a good NBA game to watch, or a nice cooking show, or a do-it-yourself, DIY show or something. Enjoy your Friday night in tonight. You don't need to go out under any moon and ground in the moon. Don't put your crystals all in this moon. This is not the type of moon that you think it is. I know that, there's all these type of sayings about blood moons and stuff. But when you think about it, this is a moon that is reaping. This is a reaping moon. It's not about sowing. It's reaping. Okay? Be careful when you're driving. Don't cuss people out. Be careful when you're walking down the stairs or up the stairs. Don't hurt yourself. Self-care means being extra careful with yourself during this energetic time, right? Since March 10th, I swear I've been so careful with myself. I don't want to bump even a toe, right? Because it could be detrimental, all right? So don't trust going out and grounding and crystallizing and all that. And if you do happen to do it and find yourself out, shield up. Have protective crystals on you. Tiger's eye. Get some black tourmaline, right? Get shield things that are going to shield you when you go out, right? Visualization. Use your techniques to protect yourself during this type of moon. This is not the type of moon you think it is. All right? And you'll see. You'll see on the news. You'll hear. Yep, my ancestors just confirmed it because a red cardinal he's looking right at me. He just flew up on the branch and just stared right at me. I see you. So this is confirmation. I know. Oh, there's another one. It's 2 of them. Oh, my goodness. If I could show you all. Oh, it's 3 of them. Oh, my gosh. It must be a nest of them around here. I swear there's 3 cardinals. Oh, my gosh. I'm losing it, and I can't even show you because they're flitting around so quickly. But the first one that flew up, he's just sitting there staring. He hasn't moved yet. Now, I bet you if I get up to show you, he's going to flit away. Let's see if I can show you. And you have to excuse my porch because it's like my storage area right now. Can you see that red bird out there? Can you see him? I don't know if you can see him. He's still sitting there. If you look real good, you'll see him. Just have to expand your screen. But anyway, thank you for joining me today. Be happy, be light, be loved. Namaste, Necilia.